So, when it comes to back foot turnout, it sometimes can be hard to keep an eye on that back foot. In Irish dancing, we oftentimes focus heavily on the front foot with trebles. What's the front foot doing? It's in front of us. We're more mindful and aware of where we're putting this foot. What can be difficult is also keeping the awareness of where our back foot is. So in an earlier video, we talked a lot about walking exercises, and not just walking forward, but walking back. And this exercise, to bring it back to basics, is probably the first place to start with back foot turnout. And practicing this exercise walking back and keeping your turnout straight through, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. 8 bars forward, 8 bars back, and keeping that turnout where it needs to be. And gaining that muscle memory of, okay, this is how it feels to have that turnout from the hips. Again, we're turning out through the hips. Not a big believer of turning one foot out and think about one foot and not at all the other. I think turnout really comes from a point of both hips working together to turn out. Okay. So if you think of your legs as almost spirals, we want to spiral them outward. And when we do this with our feet together and out, we immediately feel something here in our hips. Especially if you're not flexible, like myself. I need to be stretching a whole lot more. So you should definitely feel something right here in your hips if you do this. And that's maybe not the most comfortable thing, but it's very important for getting that muscle memory of what our turnout should be. Okay? That's that feeling you have there, that's turnout. So when we're crossing our legs over, we keep that turnout. We keep those hips doing that, you know. We don't turn off one hip. We keep both hips engaged straight through. Okay? And this goes on. You could do more difficult exercises. You could go forth with this with so many different directions. You could go on in a hard shoe. You could do soft shoe. You could do any of them. But I'd say this is the starting point if you want good back foot turnout. Again, feet together and engage, turn out. You should feel something here in your hips. You should feel something in your glutes. Everything here should be engaged. And then we're turned out, and then we're doing our walks. And when we're doing our walks, we keep it engaged the whole way. It's not a on and off switch. If it's an on and off switch, it's on the whole time. There's no moment where we go, and you relax your turnout. No. From start to stop when you're dancing, you keep that turnout engaged. And that's sometimes where we run into the issue with a back foot that's not turned out. We take a break on maybe the less flashy, fun parts of the dance. Yeah, so 2 things I can also recommend to help you on your turnout journey is a vertical mirror, a way for you to self-check for your dancing. Most times when we're practicing and dancing and all that, we're not in the studio. There's a reason why studios are filled with walls of mirrors for the self-check, so you can check your own dancing. And oftentimes we don't have a teacher breathing down our neck, telling us when our feet are not turned out. So for those times where we don't have the teacher right there, we have our own vertical mirror, and you can get them at your local store for like $3. So it's not a huge investment. So I'd highly recommend having at least one of those. A vertical one, you can check everything. And again, doing drills like this where you're going forward, you can see all of that. You could have more fun with it and find a bigger mirror, whatever, what you want. But I think that's the place to start, to get a nice vertical mirror for those up and back type of exercises. It's a great place to start. Would also recommend, again, go to your local store, probably $1. Bright, vibrant stickers. We've done a video on this as well, but turnout stickers are super helpful when you have that mirror, when you're self-checking. Sometimes it's hard to check for those while you're focused on all these things, focused like in here of your engaged hips and all of that, that it's sometimes there's not enough space to like also process, are the feet turned out? So you want it to be simpler. Put a bright, bright sticker on your inside ankle heel area. And if both, bright yellow or bright orange or whatever stickers are showing, then you have that turnout engaged, and you're doing the right thing as you're going forward with your exercises. So, vertical mirror, turnout stickers, keep it simple, Oftentimes when we almost go too complex, it's hard to focus on all those things all at once. Sometimes when we simplify to just focus on one thing, we can accomplish that one thing even better, okay? So hope this helped. Hope this was engaging at all. Yeah, that's Backfoot Turnout. Hope you enjoyed it.